तुम्ही धर्म, तुम्ही हरि, तुम्ही कर्म, त्वं हि प्राणा शरीरे, Vande Mataram. Happy Republic Day to all of you present here. Respected Kava sir, Dada ma'am, Roy sir, coordinators, teachers and dear children. India is celebrating its 74th Republic Day today. To mark the date when the Constitution of India came into effect on January 26, 1950. On the same day, Dr. Rajendra Prasad also began his term as the first President of India, and the Constituent Assembly became the Parliament of India under the provisions of the new Constitution. The main Republic Day celebration is held in the national capital New Delhi at Kartavya Path, earlier known as Raj Path, in the presence of the President of India. Every year, as a part of celebration, India has been hosting guests of honor that could be the head of the state or government of other countries. This year, our guest is President of Egypt, Abdel Fattah el-Sisi. May our tricolor always fly high. Let's take a moment to salute the pillars of our great Constitution: justice, equality, liberty, and fraternity. Children, we are celebrating 74th Republic Day and 75 years of independence. But do you know, Indian civilization is one of the ancient civilizations in the world. We know our history that caste system was brought by the Aryans. The credit for industries and unification goes to the British and architecture to the Mughals. We are confined in our knowledge about caste, creed and religion. What about our rich heritage? Have you heard about Mauryas, Cholas, Cheras, Pandyas and Pallavas, etc.? You know, Mauryas ruled for 550 years, Cholas about 1000 years and Pandyas 800 years. Most of us can't even tell the name of one great king from each dynasty. We can't even remember the entire list of the king in the chronological order and their contribution. And isn't it strange? We want to solve India's present problem without even understanding India's rich past a bit. Let's get educated about rich heritage and also educate the next generation. You should always be proud that you are Indian, because not everyone gets the honor and privilege of being born in this amazing country. Finally, our ancestors gave us a glorious past. We need to create the future. Lead the change and become a real Indian. उठो धरा के अमर सपूतों, पुनः नया निर्माण करो. जन जन के जीवन में फिर से नई स्फूर्ति नव प्राण भरो. Thank you. जय हिंद, वंदे मातरम.
मेरे उत्ते हथ है राणा प्रताप दा, पद्मनी झांसी शिवाजी ते सुभाष दा. जग उत्ते ना रहे जो अगे बढ़ेगा, केड़ा मेरे देश वाल अख चुकेगा. अख चुक जड़ अपने ही पुठेगा. सिर लथे योद्धा दी संतान हां, देश मेरा ते मैं देश दी जिंद जान हां. जाया दशमेश दा हां जग जानदा, जिस दे कोलों मौत नूं सी खौफ आंदा. मेरे तीर अगे कोई किथे लुकेगा, केड़ा मेरे देश वाल अख चुकेगा. अख चुक जड़ अपने ही पुजेगा. जय हिंद.
We celebrate the 74th Republic Day of our great nation. Let me give you some incredible facts about our great nation. The first one being Kumbh Mela gathering visible from space. Kumbh Mela is a Hindu festival that is celebrated roughly every 12 years. It takes place at 4 river bank pilgrimage sites where people take a ritual dip in the waters. The Kumbh Mela in 2012 was the largest ever gathering of people in the world. Over 75 million pilgrims came together and the gathering was so huge that it could be seen from space. That isn't all. I'll tell you about a village with no locks and doors that may be the safest on earth. The village of Shani Shingnapur is famous for not having a door or lock on a single house. Beyond that, there has not been a recording of a criminal act for almost 400 years. I've got 3 and more are yet to come. Did you know India is famous for its iconic step wells all over the world? India's abandoned step wells, known as valves in Gujarat and Bawaris elsewhere in northern India, are an important part of its history and architecture. They are believed to have started appearing mostly between the 2nd and 4th centuries to supply water from the country's deep water tables.
Historians believe it was created to teach morals to children and lessons about karma in a way that children might understand. The squares where the ladders start were originally supposed to represent virtue, and squares that had the head of a snake were supposed to represent evil. The game was then translated to English and transported back to England during the 19th century during the colonial times. Here is the next one. The city of Varanasi in the Indian state of Uttar Pradesh is not only regarded as the spiritual capital of India, but also one of the oldest cities in the world. With a population over 1 million people, Varanasi dates back to 11 BC. Well, that's not all. The Chenab Bridge is found in the Jammu and Kashmir area of India. The total length of Chenab Bridge is 1,315 meters and the height is a whopping 359 meters. Thank you.
Well, those were some incredible facts about the country, India, from the incredible Elvin and Vedic. Thank you.
ऐ वतन वतन मेरे आबाद रहे तू, ऐ वतन वतन मेरे आबाद रहे तू, ऐ वतन वतन मेरे आबाद रहे तू, मैं जहाँ रहूँ जहाँ में याद रहे तू, मैं जहाँ रहूँ जहाँ में याद रहे तू, ऐ वतन मेरे वतन, ऐ वतन मेरे वतन। तू ही मेरी मंजिल है पहचान तुझी से, तू ही मेरी मंजिल है पहचान तुझी से, पहुँचूं मैं जहाँ भी मेरी बुनियाद रहे तू, पहुँचूं मैं जहाँ भी मेरी बुनियाद रहे तू, ऐ वतन मेरे वतन, ऐ वतन मेरे वतन।
भारत तुमसे मेरा नाम है,
भारत तू ही मेरा धाम है,
भारत मेरी शोभा शान है,
भारत मेरा तीर्थ स्थान है,
भारत तू मेरा सम्मान है,
भारत तू मेरा अभिमान है,
भारत तू धर्मों का ताज है,
भारत तू सबका समाज है,
भारत तुझ में गीता सार है,
भारत तू अमृत की धार है,
भारत तू गुरुओं का देश है,
भारत तुझ में सुख संदेश है,
भारत में तू मेरा आधार है,
भारत हमें तुझसे प्यार है,
भारत तुझ पे जान निसार है, भारत तुझको हमारा नमस्कार है।
Good morning, everyone. Rejoice in the glory of the nation and do not forget to thank the soldiers. Let us join our hands to protect our nation from all the social evils that are plaguing it. Happy Republic Day. Thank you.
Good morning, respected Kava sir, Diana ma'am, Roy sir, coordinators, teachers, and my dear friends. Let us remember the golden heritage of our country and proud to be a part of it. Happy Republic Day.
Everyone who is born in this land has only one identity. We are all Indians. Happy Republic Day. Jai Hind.
I'm going to sing a song. I hope you'll be blessed by this song.
जहाँ थी खुशबू प्यार की, कहाँ से आई जाती धर्म की दीवार पर खुदा ने सिखाया करो तुम दुश्मनों से भी प्यार है ये मेरी ही दुआ सलामत रखना भारत को ऐ खुदा है ये दुआ जब कहीं बहता है लहू हाँ वहीं बहते हैं आंसू हर तरफ छाया हुआ है मातम जो थे अपने क्यों वो बन गए दुश्मन जो दे काटे उसका दामन फूलों से भर दो जो दे काटे उसका दामन फूलों से भर दो है ये हमारी दुआ सलामत रखना भारत को ऐ खुदा है ये दुआ आओ मिलकर हम बनाए जिंदगी अंधेरी रातों में जलाए रोशनी आओ मिलकर हम बनाए जिंदगी अंधेरी रातों में जलाए रोशनी Thank you.
In her first address to the nation last evening, Her Excellency, the President of India, lauds the Constitution and says it has withstood the test of time. And this morning when Sarita ma'am gave us her message, she almost stole my thunder. But you can never steal the Constitution. So I will also maybe add a little bit of flavor to what she has so what shall I say, heartfelt, conveyed it in such a heartfelt manner. Actually, last evening I downloaded the Constitution. Has anyone seen the Constitution? You've seen it? Raise your hands. Yeah, okay. We are a minority that have seen it. I saw it last evening. I must confess, I actually saw it for the first time last evening. We know it exists. And I downloaded 402 pages, all of them. It's good to know that. It has 22 parts. I'm not going to go through all of them. Don't worry about it. You could go through them sometime. The first part is about the Indian Union. The second part is about all of us. What is it about? Yeah, give us the name of it. The first is not the name of the part. Citizenship. Okay? The third part, maybe we have got political science students and all here. I'm not going to test you yet. Any tries for anyone? It is the core of it, actually. We would like to call it the Magna Carta, which is the main body of it, is the fundamental rights. Right to freedom, right to education, right to equality. I'm just throwing out words. Pages and pages and pages are waiting for you. If you want, I can WhatsApp it to you and clog your phone, but I don't want to do that. You need to be proud of it. Right against exploitation. Then it goes to, it comes out of that Magna Carta, the core of it. That's where the test happens for each one of us. We are not bound by the 402 pages, but in the process of saying, oh, it's 402 pages, so let me not open it at all, it's good to know that there is something in it for each one of us. So these are our rights. And then it goes to the next part, part 4. Yes? Thank you. The duties. With rights go duties. And then it proceeds. Why did I say that? Because I'll just quickly then call out certain heads, because you may say, oh, that's also there. So many things are there. So it talks about the Indian Union. It talks about the chief of today's occasion, the president. There's such a lot about her. The vice president, ministers. Then it goes to the next part, the states. We all come from states which have governors and ministers, and it goes on. Goes on to the union territories in part 8. Don't forget, we all come from rural India. Sometime or the other we encountered rural India. So in part 9 you have your panchayats and local governments and municipalities. So they're all there. You must be wondering why I'm saying all this as if you don't know. Then it comes to the scheduled tribes and tribal areas. Some of us are from there. We respect all of that, do we? Now we all like part 12. Who knows? Finance. Okay? I'm not going to touch it. You can look at it. And where should I? Then it goes to part 13. With finance comes trade. Look at it. And after trade come the services. All services that we avail and that we provide. Doesn't end there. Your time's up. So what happens next? Elections. Part 15. Moving fast, you see. Yeah. After that, shows you how that's to happen. The special provisions, our languages that we respect. I've reached part 17 already. National, regional languages. Hey, I've crossed about 300 pages while standing here. So respect that. I'm not treating it so lightly. But I'm coming to what I want to say. This is not what I want to say. Part 18 is the emergency provision. Sometimes there is an emergency. There are miscellaneous things that happen anywhere. Miscellaneous means what was not planned, talking to the students. That comes in miscellaneous part 19. And like anything, we have to keep on changing. Our constitution is organic, it's alive. And so part 20 talks about amendments. I saw, I don't know, how many are there so far? Correct. I saw 121 amendments. That means it has been amended 121 times by right-thinking people having the good of the country in mind and the good of every citizen. Then there are special provisions in 21 and the last one. Any guess? Wonderful. Huh? It was an eye-opener for me yesterday. To repeal. It's also allowing to take back. It's not that it is already done and it remains there. So repeals are also there. But we have to do it knowingly, willingly for the good of the nation. Who am I to say that? I am only here to remind each one of us, and hopefully I close with that. There are schedules and appendices, it goes on and on and on. That each one of us look at some aspect of it, and maybe we will see that we have fallen short. And not only us, but first let's point the finger at ourselves, then we can point the fingers at authorities. And whoever is falling short on an occasion like this, we could just bow our heads in shame and say, maybe next time we will do better. And on that note, on behalf of respected Kavas Sir, Diana Ma'am, my own behalf, I wish each one of you a very meaningful and happy Republic Day. Jai Hind.